Right, students, in this particular slide, we are going to learn differences between distance and displacement and few examples based on distance and displacement. With these problems, you will be able to distinguish both distance and displacement, their differences, and how to find out distance and displacement. We will be seeing that, we will be learning that in this slide. Right? In the problem, in these figures, you are now supposed to calculate distance covered and displacement between points A and point B. Here is point A and here is point B. Body is having two paths. Say this is path 1 and this is path 2. This is path 1 and this is path 2. Here path 2 is only straight line passing from A to B, and path 1 is what the direction is undergoing change, and this is not the shortest path. Shortest path is called as displacement and longer path is called as distance. Now it is mentioned length from here to here, it is 3 meter, and this is 6 meter, and this is also 3 meter. Distance is path 1. Path 1 comes under distance, and total length of the path traveled will be 3 meter plus 6 meter plus 3 meter, which is equal to 12 meter. So length of the path traveled from A to B, if it is through distance, it is 12 meter, whereas displacement, it is path 2. And in that path 2, you have only one shortest length, that is AB. Displacement is equal to 6 meter. Right? This is one simple example where you can have clear-cut understanding between distance and displacement. Now coming to second question. In this problem, you have path AB given to you, and this is not a straight line and this is not the shortest path between AB. From position A, here you are traveling to position B, and total length from here to here is 3, and this is also 3 meter. Therefore, this is path 1, and path 1 is distance covered. So distance covered, you can write it as 3 meter plus 3 meter plus 3 meter. So totally it is equal to 9 meter. Total distance covered in second question, it is 9 meter. Now you are supposed to calculate displacement between AB in the second question. Displacement is quite different than that of the distance. Now in order to calculate displacement, you should find out the shortest length between AB. So in order to find out the displacement, what you will do is, first you should know the shortest length between AB, right? So displacement is shortest length between A, B. Now, in order to find out the shortest length, I'll start from point A and I will draw one straight line to point B. So for that, what you do? Draw a straight line. Draw a straight line from A to B. Now, in order to, when you draw a straight line, this will be passing through the center over here. Now, from here to here, this is 1, and from here to here, this is the other length. Let me take this as X, and this also will be X because it is exactly bisecting this total length. As it is total 3 meter, this will be 1.5 meter, and this is also 1.5 meter. Right? Total displacement, you can find it by finding the value of x. So total displacement will be equal to 2 times x value, right? Now you should find out the value of x. How you will find out the value of x? It is equal to, x will be equal to, you can use Pythagoras theorem. It is 3 square plus 1.5 whole square. 3 square plus 1.5 whole square gives you, 3 square plus 1.5 whole square gives you x value. 3 square is 9 plus 1.5 whole square is 2.25 under root. This is equal to 11.25 under root, and this is meter. So total displacement S will be equal to 2 into under root 11.25. This is the final displacement of AB, which you can find out from A to B in figure 2. In question 3, you should find out distance and displacement from A to B. Path 1 gives you distance, which is sum of all these 3 meter, 3 meter, 3 meter, 3 meter, 3 meter, totally gives you 12 meter. And displacement is path 2. It starts from A to B, which is straight line, and that is only 3 meter. That gives you distance and displacement. Coming to fourth question, we are supposed to calculate distance and displacement from position A and position B. So here to here, this is total. It is a triangle and it is equilateral. This length is also 3 meter. This length is also 3 meter. Now distance traveled S will be equal to AOB, which is equal to 6 meter. Distance traveled is AOB, which is 6 meter, and displacement traveled will be equal to shortest length between AB, that is straight line, which is base of the triangle. Therefore, it is 3 meter. Coming to the next question, starting from A to B, you should find out distance and displacement. A is here, B is here. Distance traveled S will be equal to total length of this curve. Length from here to here, it is mentioned as 10 meter. Therefore, distance covered is equal to 10 meter. And the displacement will be shortest length between AB, that is 6 meter downward. 6 meter is downward. This is downward. Next, coming to sixth question. You are starting at position A and you are reaching the other point, vertically opposite point on the sphere B. You are now supposed to calculate distance and displacement between AB. And the radius of this circle is being given 7 meter. Now, in order to find out distance is equal to half of circumference of circle. Half of circumference of the circle. So distance traveled S will be equal to this path. And this path is equal to 2 pi r divided by 2. 2 and 2 gets cancelled, which is equal to 22 by 7 into radius is 7. 7 and 7 gets cancelled. Final answer will be equal to 22. And this is 22 meter. So circumference is 2 pi r. Half of the circumference is the distance traveled, which is 22 meter. Now displacement S bar is equal to, starting from A to B, it is a straight line that becomes diameter of the circle. Therefore, displacement will be equal to 7 meter plus 7 meter. Diameter will be equal to 14 meter. That is the displacement traveled. in this particular slide, we are going to learn differences between distance and displacement. In the first point, we already know that distance is length of the path traveled by the body while moving from initial position to final position. Whereas displacement is the shortest distance. Simply, you should take a straight line. Straight line from initial position to final position. And in the point 2, we know distance is scalar quantity, displacement is vector quantity. Vector quantity, it is directional. There is only one specific direction for displacement. And other thing is, distance is always positive. For example, you are starting at this position, which is initial point, and you are moving on the circle, right? And finally, you are coming to the same position where you have started. Now, total length of this is circumference, it is 7 meter. So here total length traveled or distance traveled, S, will be equal to 2 pi r. But what about displacement? Displacement will be equal to 0 because where it have started to the same point it has come. Therefore, net displacement will be equal to 0. Similarly, for example, if you are starting at this point, you have come over here and finally you are reaching to this position, right? In this case, distance is positive. Now, if this is along x-axis and this is origin, this is along positive x-axis and this is along negative x-axis, right? One is positive and the other one is negative. Positive x-axis, negative x-axis. In this case, distance traveled is positive, but displacement is negative because length from here to here becomes displacement, right? Therefore, clearly you should understand that distance measured is always positive, whereas displacement can be positive, negative, or even 0. Displacement can be also 0. Coming to the point 4, the total distance covered is equal to the algebraic sum of all the distances traveled. So that means net displacement will be equal to total distance traveled, S1 plus S2 plus so on. How many lengths it is traveling, the total length will be equal. And whereas in case of displacement, it is the vectorial sum. Displacement will be equal to S1 bar plus S2 bar plus S3 bar. It is vector sum of all the individual displacement covered. Coming to point number 5, there is always a distance covered whenever there is a motion. Therefore, distance will never be equal to 0. Distance is never equal to 0. But whereas in case of displacement, it can be 0. Displacement can be equal to 0. Displacement can be equal to 0. And unit of distance and displacement are equal. Unit of distance is meter. Unit of displacement is also meter. So these are the comparisons between distance and displacement. Students, in this problem, we should find out following questions A, B, and C. In the problem, it is mentioned to get a drink of water, Marcus walk 15 meter east and turns and walks 3 meters south, gets his direction, gets his drink. This is getting his drink, and then walks 15 meter west. He have then walked 15 meter west, turns and walks 3 meter north to return to his classroom. So finally, he is returning to his classroom, and where the person is starting, here is the person starting, and this is east. And then he is walking south. And then he is walking west. And then finally he is walking north. Right? Here is the person, he is starting from here, and at this point he has drink. Now, what is the distance to get the drink that he travels? So you should find out answer A for. What is the distance to get the drink? So in order to get the drink, total distance which he travel will be equal to 15 meter east plus 3 meter south. This will be finally equal to 18 meter, and this is distance. Therefore, you need not bother about direction. Need not bother about direction in case of A, because it is only distance. We are not bothering about the displacement. And in B, what is the total round trip distance? So distance traveled for round trip. Distance traveled for round trip will be equal to 15 meter plus 3 meter plus 15 meter plus 3 meter. This will be 36 meter. So total distance traveled along the round trip will be equal to 36 meter. And last, in C, what you are supposed to calculate? What is the total round trip displacement? So displacement is equal to 0 because initial and final positions are same. Initial and final positions are same. That is the reason why displacement will be equal to 0. Students, here in this problem, if an object turns through an angle along a circular path of radius r from point A to point B, find distance and displacement. You are supposed to calculate distance and displacement if it is starting from position A. This is position A and this is position B. And of course, this is the center of the circle, and radius of the circle is given as r. Radius of the circle is given as r. You are now supposed to calculate distance and displacement from position A to position B. This is a little bit tricky problem, but of course easy to solve. But you should have some basic mathematical knowledge in order to solve, in order to handle this type of problem. So first, let us see how to find out distance, and then we will learn about displacement. Where is the particle? Where is the body initially? It is position A, and he is reaching position B. This is the total length traveled. This is length traveled. Now I want to find out this total length, but it is not complete circle. It is just arc. It is a part of the circle. Okay. So in order to find out length of this arc, I'll now join these 2 points. This length is also radius r. This length is also radius r. I will be considering this angle as theta. The total angle which it is covering is theta. He did not mention any value, so I am considering that as theta. So in order to find out distance, I should find out length of the arc. Distance traveled is equal to length of arc AB. This total length from A to B is arc length you are supposed to calculate. And we have basic relation in mathematics like length of the arc is equal to radius into angle. Therefore, total length of the arc AB is equal to radius is R and angle is theta, right? This is the total distance traveled from A to B. Now, I want to find out displacement in this case. Now, in order to find out the displacement, you will be using Pythagoras theorem in order to find out the displacement. Now, in order to find out displacement, this is the total length. Displacement is this. I'll now drop one perpendicular over here. This is perpendicular. This is perpendicular. Let me take this as x. Obviously, this also should be x because it is perpendicular. This is perpendicular. Length from here to here is r. OA and OB are equal. Therefore, you can take AN and NB as equal. I want to now find out displacement. Displacement is equal to 2x. First, you should find out x value. From Pythagoras theorem, x value can be written as under root r square minus this perpendicular distance. This perpendicular distance, or else one thing we'll do, instead of going this, we will use other. Right. This value I am considering it as x. Total angle is theta. This will be theta by 2. And this will be theta by 2. Right? Theta by 2, theta by 2. Now I can write sine theta by 2 is equal to opposite side divided by hypotenuse, that is r. From here, you can write x is equal to r sine theta by 2. X value you are getting it as r sine theta by 2. Therefore, displacement S bar can be written as 2 into r sine theta by 2. This is total displacement covered by the body.